good morning, and of course, welcome to another trade analysis, another day trade analysis. And please, actually, if you're not watching from Nigeria, it's good morning from Nigeria, good afternoon to you, and of course, good evening from wherever you're watching from. And of course, today we'll be actually looking at our usual chart, which is going to be the pound dollar, the BTC USD, and XAUUSD, my favorite gold. Somebody gold. I love gold so much. I love gold. I love gold. Actually, I wish gold was actually a human being. By now, I would have been married to gold. Just imagine seeing an invitation card written, Kazim gets married to gold. That's going to be awesome, right? Definitely. Of course, let's check out our analysis on the pound dollar. And this was the thing line we drew some weeks ago. I didn't feel that better. Still this week, yes. And we said if it breaks below this, we expect a bearish move down to this zone. Then it break below this, what's it called? The bearish zone. Or it break above this, the bullish zone. But then, as we said it, our 10 line was valid. We had a break below, and of course, we have the bearish move to the downside, but it hasn't gotten to our what's it called, the CP, which is so but that is that for last week. So let's see what you expect for today. Of course, we mark out our recent structures that just got formed. This is a recent low formed this week. Then this is a recent high formed. Remember, I said you always have two touches. So let's go to the 1 hour chart to see. Remember that was 4 hour chart. So let's go to the 1 hour chart to see. Okay, we have a touch. We have a touch. Okay, this is like what's it called? Like a ranging market moving up, moving down. Then so that means the best you can just do right now is to wait for the market to actually break below this zone right here. So that's what we're still gonna be waiting for. So that's waiting for the market to break below this. But on the extra time frame, which is the 15 minutes chart, you can see the same thing actually is actually happening right here. You can see the market getting here, bouncing over the zone, got ejected here with yesterday's fundamentals, and of course, as you mind a fake breakout, then you turn back to the channel, and you can see the market still moving in China. Now you can currently see the momentum on the bearish side, but then I see a rejection from the bulls coming straight into the market. So I would like to actually break above this. That we can see for now. Remember, this is a recent high, so let's reduce this. Sorry, please. Let's reduce this. I can see the next high which we are expecting before a bullish movement. So this is the high we're actually expecting. Let me go to the high time so you can see clearly. So this is the high we're expecting a breakout before we can talk of the market being bullish. So we're actually expecting a break above this, then a retest of this structure, and we can now think of going long on that market. But if that does not happen, then we wait for a break below this zone, a retest, and of course continuation. So that's really what I've been looking at. So a break above or below this two zone, just the way we said, if these get broken, we are not placing any trade because the distance between here and here is minor. So it's just better just have that patience to wait for a break below this, the retest of this zone, and then. So if you didn't take markets from here when we talk about the breakout on this candlestick, then please just play the markets once. So either we have a breakout here or likely the market goes up. But overall trend, I'm still bearish. Full time bearish. You can see from the 4 hour charts, you can see the pound dollar is actually a bearish market. Looking from our 4 hour chart, you can see it's actually a bearish market. So we expect continuation to the bearish side. Now that's going to be that for our pound dollars. So we are still overall time bearish and we're still waiting for the market to break below this recent low before we think of entering the sell on this market. Now that's it. Let's go to the next one, which is going to be the BTCUSD. Now on BTCUSD has also been bearish. Remember, actually, if you watch the previous analysis, we have talked about BTC being bearish until it gets to our 80,000 zone. Then we are actually likely to see a rejection from that zone. So that is what actually is happening currently. If you haven't watched that video, you can actually watch. You can watch my previous video that was made a few days ago, where we made major analysis on BTCUSD. I think the title should be "Big Move Coming Up on our BTCUSD." You can just check my previous analysis. So there we talked about BTC being bearish onto the 80,000 zone. Let's go to the what's it called? I think the daily was actually that daily or weekly. Daily or weekly. Well, that was where that zone actually marked out. I think here is it, right? Where it got tested right here, again. And of course, it's likely to move down to that zone again before we see a rejection to the upper side. Then I said a break below this zone is a major big move to the bearish side. But then we can't see it for now. So If this does not hold, then that means there might be a big time bearish movement on BTCUSD. But if this hold, then that means we also have a big time bullish trend on BTCUSD. But for now, let's see how the markets react when it gets to this one. But then let's focus on the daily charts. For today, what do we do? Market I should we be looking at for today? Now for today, looking at the recent, let me remove all these previous markings. Okay, let me remove the previous markings so you can see a clearer chart. So you can see from the market we have right here, the recent high is currently here, and of course for now there's no recent low, which is the market. The recent low is still where it is now. So what you need to wait for is a change of structure. So either the market gets to this hour's level or a break above this cannot they remember when I said a break is an internal structure. So a break in the internal structure can also say a day trade bullish trend, not really overall, a day trade bullish trend on the what's it called, the daily chart or the daily trade. But let's go to the 15 minutes chart. Let's see if there's any break of structure currently. And of course, yes, there's currently a break of structure where you can see the markets are actually going below the previous high. Actually it came all the way on a good bearish market down here, went up, it tested it, went up, have a break of that zone, came back to the test, and of course you can see the market currently moving down. So does that say we should sell the market? I'm not going to say to sell the market, but actually I think there's a good chance of the market actually moving down. But then if you're looking at the candlestick, from this zone, you can see the candlestick, the momentum on them is not actually too giving. It's not telling us that the bear is actually ready to take charge of this market. But that cannot really be said yet, because even if you look at this, you can see the candlestick here are not really telling us that the bulls are really ready to take over this market. But still, they still didn't take to the next zone, and of course, you can see the rejection down here, looking as if they're not actually still ready to take it further, but they can see the bears coming in, and same thing happens there. So now what do we do? If you actually want to take this trade, what I'll be looking at is a trade into this zone. Is it taking a trade on a sell right here, stop loss, and of course I target this as my take profit minimum of 1 to 2. So you can target 3, but it should be minimum of 1 to 2. This should be your minimum. You are taking this trade, but then this can be your target for today. So that means if you're going short on this trade, this is what I'll be looking at to go short on this trade. So please and please remember, this is not the financial advice. This is not me telling you what you do with your money. This is me telling you how I see the market. So please do well to do your personal analysis. And if it falls in line with what I did, you can choose to either trade it or choose not to. But for me, this is what I'll be looking at on BTCUSD today. So I'll be going currently short on it. That is my view. I'll be going currently short on this, my stop loss, and this one. Of course, I target 1 to 2 for me. 1 to 2 is actually okay. So this is going to be target. Then if you want to go longer, you can actually move your stop loss down. So move your take profit down here. Or better still, if you actually want to you can actually move your stop loss to your break even, which is going to be around this zone. So that is that. So I'm also going to be bearish on the BTC USD. I actually love the fact that all pairs having USD as their host currency is currently being bearish, telling you that there is a strong momentum on the US market. So that means that's actually a good one. I prefer that to the one of the pound moving on the bearish, the BTC moving on the bullish, and the gold doing what I don't even know. So this is it, because I actually love it, that the fact that all markets, or my three major pairs, which is the pound euro, the pound dollar, the BTC and gold, are currently moving on the bearish side at the same time. I really love that. So this is what I'll be looking at on BTC today. I'll be looking to short BTC after this analysis and going long on 1 to 2. And if it gets close to my 1 to 2, I move my stop loss from here on my break even to make sure I secure up some profit, then wait for the market to continue moving. And as it moves at the break structure, I continue moving my stop loss along. So that means I'll be trailing the stop. That's it. Let's go to the last one for today, which is going to be my favorite, my baby girl. Somebody said my baby girl. Hello, my baby girl. Come on, here's my baby girl right here. Ooh, let's see what my baby girl is doing. My baby is going on 4,030. I was actually expecting a break about the 4,000, and yes, we actually had that, but then I would like to see a rejection. Let's remove all these or the previous markings so we can have a clean chart once again. I'm deleting you and you then show me what I don't want to say. Man. Okay, I think the zone is still valid. I think it's still the recent. Let's go to the file so we can see it clearly. Okay, so This is still our recent low and of course our recent high. And I say the break above this tenders a good chance to buy down here, and a break below these tenders a good chance to sell to this zone. But then on our day chart, what are we going to be expecting is a break of structure either to this zone or to this zone. So let's see what is going to happen right there. Now on this market, you can actually see the market actually respecting a previous zone right here. So let's mark out this. Now, if you look at this market, it's actually similar to that of BTCUSD and of course pound dollar. You can see a retest on this zone, a retest, a retest, a retest, and then you can now see the markets moving into that zone with signs of minor bearish momentum, and I believe it's actually likely to get to this zone delay before we see what really happens. So what we're expecting is the market getting to this zone. If we see a major reaction today telling us that the bills are still in the, that means we go long and target this. But then if we see a breakout, a retest of this zone, we go short to this zone. So that's good for day trade. Remember I said day trade, that's not a thing you take for a long time. It's a thing maybe within the day, maybe for like 4 hours, for maybe 8 hours, 10 hours at least, or 15 hours. That's what you should do today. So that what we're expecting is a break above this and long this. I go long on this today. A break below this, I go short on this to this level. So currently for the gold, all we have to just wait for the market to tell us what's going to do when it gets through our zone. Either we are rejecting this zone, going back there, or we are breaking below this, moving down to this next zone. So that means currently I'm currently still bearish on all my three pairs. On pound dollar, I'm bearish. On gold, I'm bearish. And of course, on BTC, I'm still bearish all for today. And that said, if you haven't subscribed, I'm giving you a few seconds. So please do it to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget the bell icon because that's what gets you reminded once we do our next video. And please, if you're watching this on Facebook, please hit the follow button. And on TikTok, hit the follow button also. And please, coming up next is our synthetic analysis where we analyze our synthetic market, which has to do with the fixed market, has to do with the bull market, and of course, every other market on the synthetic, which I should actually be analyzing next. So please, that's more reason why to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget the bell icon beside to get notified once that video drops. That said, please do have a lovely and a profitable day trade today. And of course, see you soon. Bye for now.